Monday morning, and I haven't actually got that bad of a sore throat. And the weirdest thing, right, is everything's relative, isn't it? So this weekend we lost 4-1. However, like, to say that we're in a changing room, we lost 4-1 and people were happy. So obviously the previous week we'd lost 8-0. So I turned around to them and said, look, 8-0, that's like a viral scoreline. Like, we're just going to defend with our lives today. I don't care who we're playing. I don't care what you do first half. You just defend and keep a clean sheet. But I said to them that my philosophy is that if you set out to defend, you'll defend. And it's attack v defence. It's a matter of time before you do concede. But I said, look, we've got a few games left. Let's just try and learn as much as we can ourselves, me as well as you as players, and like I do in work, just give them a chance to try stuff and mess up and whatever. And so we set up defensively, and we were 3-0 down after half an hour. And I turned around and, like, the first half, I said, right, change it, let's go, more attacking. And when you know, we scored, and you're thinking, yeah, sound, we've got a chance now. But we lost 4-1, but everyone was happy because it was a better second half performance. And yeah, it's just weird, isn't it? And like, I'm chatting with the chairman, and chairman's like, look, anything less than like 8-0 is a bonus. And I'm just like, wow, these are mad conversations, aren't they, to have? But that is the position that we found ourselves in. Trying to take positives out of losing. Not something I'd want to do, but I don't know, it's hard to be like the Grim Reaper, isn't it, as the manager. Today we are on the way to my sister's extension. I'm picking Phil and Paul up, and we're gonna, I need to text them actually and say when we're picking these up, because we're gonna get the drainage done today. So we'll go and pick some pipes up and stuff en route. Let me just pull over and ring them and see where they are, whether they're together or separate. And I've just started this new simmer meals, so I'm going to give them a go. So I think it was like 50 quid for 10 meals delivered, and yeah, just heat them up and have them for lunch. Why is my phone not working? I've got full 5G signal. See if I feel better after that, because I still feel a bit crap. And I still need to go to the doctors with my chest, or hopefully not my heart. I'm waiting on all these results to come back. Why is this not working? Let's try Paul. Not the best start to Monday morning, is it? I've forgot the digger key, and the other lads...
Well, late because you were posting videos.
Because I was rendering a video, not even posting it. And then the lads have just got to the other job and say, oh, we need the tipper key, which I've got the tipper key, and it's in the yard locked up in like 2 different locks, and I'm the only one who's got the key at the minute because Ben's off. So we're going to try and get the drainage done and dig the footings for the piling, so that when the piling comes, it's just done straight away. And we're just working out the grids and stuff. My sister didn't even know this grid was here. So there's a grid here. The extension's only going from that way across and from that corner out. So this can actually stay. We just need to check whether it's right and whatever. That grid needs to come forward to that corner. That soil pipe's staying, so gonna get boxed in. And I just need to have a look where the rest of her, if she's got any bathrooms or whatever in this side extension. I don't think there is. And then we've just got to move this rainwater gully from the front here, because obviously this will be an extension here. So if we move that one forward a metre, So it's going to be a metre out all the way across and that way, so we'll have to pull these bits up. I don't know whether to level all this first or get the drainage done, then level it all, then dig the footings for the piling then. Let's see how we get on. Right, so we've just pulled this grid up, so this one can stay. However, the water's not draining properly there, as you can see. I've just put the hose on and put the water down there, and it's just pooling. So then I went to the next grid, which we pulled up before we started this work, and it was blocked. So as you can see, that bit's blocked, but it's blocked that way, so water's just pooling there. So we need to ring United Utilities now and tell them that somewhere between here and obviously the street it's blocked. I tried rodding it last time with 15 metres of rod and it just didn't get anything. So what I'm going to do is try and flush this out and then put the camera down and just check the drainage from here to here. So I'm just on the phone to United Utilities now, just to report the blockage in the main, or between obviously the boundary and the main. Oh yeah, use that one. So Phil's just got the plunger one on now. Just make sure that's tight, that one. Yeah, sound. And I'll go and check that side, see if it's plunging through properly, if we're pushing more soil or sand or anything through, which could indicate like the pipes got a damage or whatever.
Don't forget to check our website,
I'll put that on silent for you. So hopefully we'll see this rod come through.
How can I help?
Hello, we're just on a property at the minute, and we're doing a drain inspection, and we can see that there's a access chamber which is probably 20 centimetres from the boundary, and it's blocked up from the access chamber obviously to the main in the street. So yeah, just want to obviously ring United Utilities to see if someone can come out and have a look.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Let me get some more details. You're ringing from a drainage contractor, are you?
Yeah. Right, so what we've done is we've put the camera down and see if I can show you this. But there's a few cracks in the pipe, and there's a few bits as we were going down with the camera that you could see roots growing through as well. So it's hard to do this without. And then this bit, the water's pooling, look. I send that in further. I don't know what's happening. That bit there, further down, seems to be... There, look.
It's got a wooden leg and a kickstart.
As well?
It's got a wooden leg and a kickstart.
Has he got a wooden leg, yeah?
With a kickstart, yeah.
But yeah, and then you can see bits of broken pipe here, look. So what we'll do is we'll just renew all this, and then it's because you don't want to build an extension over this and then later on realise that you've got to. Let me just see if I can show you where the. Let's see if I can show you where the roots were coming through on the joins. So,
Don't leave that ground there, lad.
the only thing is, like, this doesn't solve unless that's collapsed and the neighbour's ones, because the neighbour's one's got more stuff in than this, hasn't it?
Take it easy, lad. What are you saying?
So what we'll do is we'll just dig this up and renew it all, because if she's going to do the extension, you don't want to be doing, spending all that money on an extension and leaving. So you can see, look, all like bits are starting to grow through in the joins there, and then further each join round this area was. But this bit's alright because it's quite clear. It's further on, and I didn't even put tape on that then, did I? Yeah. So let's get the see if we can jump start the digger, and we'll start digging all this out. Yeah. Right. Paul's gonna do a mix, and we're gonna fix that grid. Go and get a new one. I've just jump started the digger. I won't say how to do it so that no one robs me digger. And we're gonna just dig all this up and renew it all. Right. Let's swap the end on that. Right, so we're just starting to dig the old drains out. So you can see that one now, and I'm just following through and pulling the pipes out. There's the old gully there that we've got out. So I'm just going to keep going, chasing this, and we'll renew it all. So, I don't really want to turn this off because I've got to keep jump starting it. One thing we were just being careful of then is the drain, but we know that the electric meter's there, the cable, so it'll come through somewhere here. So I've just carefully scraped with the digger, and then as soon as I've felt something, Paul said I'll stop, and Paul's had to go with this. So we've located that now. So the only other one is the water main. Sarah, your water mains, do you know where that comes through? Your stop tap at the back there. Okay. So the water main's normally lower down, at least 750. So we'll just work around this electric now, and then we'll carry on pulling the drainage up. But yeah, you can either get a CAT scanner, but even with a CAT scanner you can locate it. You've still got to dig it really carefully around here now. Paul, if you just finger that with us round here now. So a bit of teamwork there, you can see the electric cable there, and we managed to get the pipes out from underneath it, so nice. Right, so we've managed to find this, and we know that the water's at the back of the house. Now, I've just got a glisten. I reckon that's the lead there. Do you want to jump in? Oh, falling. I reckon that's the lead there. So we'll swap that if it's lead. It is, isn't it? So just put your spade down the side and try and bend it up. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So that's the lead water main. So that's it. We found all three now: drainage, electric, water. Here we go. Just see if you can pull that up with your hand. There we go. Nice, well done. That makes it a lot easier now, knowing where these are. Right, we've got this dug out, however, I've just nearly got the digger stuck because this ground is very soft. So we're just going to do this last bit by hand, and then we're going to chase this. Literally, if you walk anywhere near the sides, they just fall in. And then we're going to chase this old lead water main and swap that for a new one. So we finger comes down here, and the water stop tap's just the other side of the chamber. Oh, right. So what have we found? It comes along here, and then true to the camera, it dropped down into a puddle. So you can see where, just show them that way you scrape the, so it comes from the chamber downhill and then back up. So there's a big belly there where Paul is. Just scrape that. So you can see, God, that's proper. It's more, that bit's not too bad, is it? It's the other side where you are, where it goes back uphill. Yeah. Like that angle's quite sharp as well, isn't it? Yeah. So that pipe now, when we break into it, it'll just be full of water and waste, and so it's a good job we did take it back this far then, isn't it? Because imagine if we didn't do this and we just connected up there and just built the extension and was like, yeah, sounds. That's why it pays to do a drainage survey. Is that the last one, or is there one more underneath me? Yeah. It's just a shame we can't get the digger anywhere near it. As soon as we get the digger close, it all just caves in. You can see where Paul's just pulled the pipe out from, and there's all the water that's been pooled in the belly. So we're going to take that bit off, get a rubber connector on, and then all new pipe before all this happens. As we knew we were doing this, we've done a delivery of drainage parts. So if we were to go to the local merchants and get these, I'd say we'd pay double, if not triple the price. So, you know, we've saved a lot of money doing ordering all the drainage bits ourselves. Something that when I'm on the yard, I want to have bins full of each one of these so that we know we're not paying, you know, over the odds. Like these couplers, I think we paid like £3, £2 something, whereas the, you know, a tenner in Chestnut. Y branches were like a £5, they're like £15 in Screwfix. Yeah, I'll share the company we get them off on eBay, and I say they get next day delivery as well, so it's not even like, it's almost cheaper, quicker, and everything's better just ordering it, getting it delivered to site, and then you haven't got to run around collecting all this, because this would take an hour to go and pick this up and collect it all, maybe more. There's, you know, an extra 25, 40 quid on labour. So what we're going to do is, I know we need to pea gravel this, however, the way this ground is, I don't think we're going to be able to, like, if I don't put the pipes on now, by the time we carry on digging, it'll just keep falling in. So we're just going to expose the front now, get a rubber onto it, put the pipes in, and if it keeps falling in, it keeps falling in, and then we'll pea gravel over it. Have you found it? Is it still 4 inch? I think it's a bigger one, isn't it?
Hey.
Yeah, is that a 6 inch?
6 inch at least, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go and get a different rubber for that, aren't I? Is that pointing down as well, though? Is it pointing down? Maybe better pulling
Pulling it out, just going straight in.
Pulling it out, and we'll put a pipe straight through. Yeah,
If you want.
that'd be better. So you pulled that out. It's like a reducer, isn't it? So what size is that? That's like, I haven't got my tape on me. That's massive, isn't it? And then it reduced to 4 inch, didn't it? So what I'm thinking is we'll put a 4 inch straight through, and then we'll cement round that. It's 8 inch nearly, isn't it? Yeah. I've never seen them like that before, where it just goes straight into a reducer.
Oh, we'd have to have a clean tape on me, wouldn't we?
It'll probably be because the neighbour's one joins in and it's combined, they've stepped it up. But yeah, let's get pipe straight in there now, and then we can try and pull this main out. Obviously now you look at it, like this is tilting like that way and back, isn't it? You want to grab a spittle level for me van and just check like how much of a fall that's on. So what I think's happened is, because this all this weight of the all the brickwork on the chamber and whatever, it looks like it's sunk like that, and that's why we're getting the belly in. But if we fix it to here, the main is still coming out this way. So I've just dug a hole here now, and all the water's coming out from the main this way, which is telling us that the main's actually going uphill, which either way we're going to have to try and sort that, because long term it's only ever going to be an issue. So if we sort it our end to the street, anything that side's obviously United Utilities, but I'm hoping that it's because of this weight, and with it being like Formby, a sand area, that's why we pile the extension, because obviously the weight just sinks with the sand. and especially round water. So if that gets a tiny bit of water out of it and washes the sand, it just drops. So I think we might start the digging and just pull all this out and just try and get a new pipe in straight through that main, and we'll have to connect everything else up then.
We'll have to dig under the wall, you mean?
No, we're not allowed to dig there, but we can just dig to here and hope that that bit is okay.
But if it goes uphill, then you're just sending a pipe uphill, aren't you?
No, but we're gonna get it as level as we can our side.
Yeah.
And that way, anything that side is United's Utilities, not us. Do you know what I mean? We can, because we've got the fall to lift this up, haven't we?
Yeah.
So if we lift this up and point it on a fall to there, but I'm going to send the camera down now and just see what that looks like. Although it's hard to see in a camera, isn't it? Well, I'll be able to see if it just drops off there now. That'd be the perfect scenario, wouldn't it? Go on. Yeah, hold that. Let's have a little look. See what you can see on here. I'll try and avoid the turd. Which way is better going in? Which way? So I'm hoping if I push past that, it'll go clear now, watch. Because there must be a point where it goes back downhill. There, see that's dry. Look, see that's dry.
See your reflection.
Yeah, so that's all dry to, where does the water come into it? There. So if I pull that out now where my finger is. Oh, it's only there, look. So it's that far, look. So I'm right, yeah. If we take that out, it drops down straight from the street there. So this is the issue. So let's get rid of this, put a plastic one in, and it gets rid of the weight and it corrects it all. It just means we have got to connect back up to that neighbour's one. That's good. Right, so it's back on the digger, and let me show you the issue we had. So there's the water main, drops off down. However, this bit was higher than this bit. So this is, I'm guessing, comes from the neighbours, and you can see it's just been backlogged for I don't know how long, because obviously it runs downhill, and this was the lowest point, so the actual chamber was always full of sand and waste and whatever else. So what I've got to do now, because this bit's currently lower than that bit, so we're going to put a new 4-inch plastic pipe into there, into the main, a new plastic chamber so that it's more lightweight, and then we've got to chase this back now. Go and get a rubber adapter, so chase this back until it's level with our chamber. So I might get a pipe in now, cement that in, get the chamber in, cement that in. It's just what do we put round the chamber here to make it you know, so that this doesn't happen again, because normally you'd say I'll put sand cement, but what I might do is I might put a cement board, or I just don't want it to be too heavy, but I want it to be strong but wide so that it spreads the load, and it's got to be obviously waterproof so that it lasts longer. So a cement board, or even like an insulation board might be better, because lightweight, spreads the load, and it's waterproof, whatever, and it'll just stop the chamber from sinking again. Although now the chamber won't have as much weight in, but this is the main area that we don't want to sink. Let me have a little think. Believe me, I am trying to record, but I'm trying to record without getting poo on me phone. So what we've done, we've exposed this one, and we've got a nice rubber connected on it, so that goes to 110 now. That will join into this with a 45 here, so I'm just gonna, Paul's just gone to get that. I've just got that, and what I need to do now is get this side connected to here with a fall, and then see what the maximum height we can get, because that is higher than that. So about there, and then we need to just check that we are getting the right fallout. And then I've just been to Hughes Gray, which is the local merchant here, and I just bought a cement board and then left it in the bloody... didn't pick it up. Right, I just need... so it'll be that there. Oh no, it's not even a 45. I might be able to get a straight. Yeah, I'll be able to do that in a straight. I don't know why I just said the 45. Right, first Simmer Eats meal. I'll let you know. Simmer Eats online. I might message them, see if they'll sponsor our YouTube. I've brought it. So they send you, it's 50 quid and they send you 10 meals.
It smells proper nice, but it looks like...
I'll let you know what it tastes like. Well, that was one of the nicest lunches I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
It smelled nice.
Honestly, that was, it even had bits of onion in it, I didn't mind.
Yeah. What was it? Garlic, chicken and barley.
So I've got all different, have a look on the website.
No, I might do actually.
I'm going to email them, see if they'll sponsor an episode.
Yeah, do it.
So, yeah. So, if have you only got the big massive level?
Yeah.
It might be better with the riser on them.
Your van needs a little bit of organised.
But you can see here, look where the water is. So what we've got to do now is find the medium between this fall and that one. So we want that water to go there. But we still want to fall on this. So I might do it with my phone. Make it easier with the level. Right, so we've got -2 there. So that's 0. And then that's -2. So that looks alright.
A full brick under it, see if that.
Well, I wanted to, you need to go and get that cement board. Because we wanted to have it, but I was just checking that it would actually do that. And now I could do with someone throwing water down there. Or have you got any water you can put on here?
What do you want?
Or throw it in that grid down there, look.
Good way?
There's a grid in between yours and the neighbours. I'm guessing comes into this. And then I'm wondering whether we go and get that cement board. So, while we're doing this and excavating, obviously they've got the old lead water main, which if you can replace it, they do a scheme where you can replace it now. But we're going to pull it out. One, we can weigh this in end of the year for Christmas, and 2, they'll go from this size pipe to this size, and I don't know if we're going to disconnect it today. If we do, I'll cut it and I'll show you the internal diameter difference so you can see the increase in water flow. But main thing today is getting this soil pipe in so that they can still go to the toilet. So what I want to do is try and, it's hard, isn't it? Because if we disconnect that, it's like we've got to do it then. But we can pull that in now, put the stop top on it, get it ready to connect to the mains.
It's through now at the back of
the stop tap's over there with an insert. Get that on in the inside behind the kitchen cupboards then. Although Sarah, it's gonna move, isn't it? Oh, we can do that once we start digging. We'll joint it and then put it elsewhere. But I tell you, hey, how confident? How long do you reckon you could leave this before it fell in? Not even, not even a day. Half an hour. Literally, yeah. If you walk within a metre of it, it just caves in. So I reckon if we turn that off now, there should have been. Oh, one, yeah. We only need one because the other side's got that bag, which has copper. That's a copper converter, converted to 15mm copper. Well, no, we'll put a copper bit in so it's ready to connect on the inside. Right, now on the inside, so Phil's done the right thing and put the cap on it while we pushed it through so nothing gets down there. Then we need an insert. Oh, that was a smooth one. Not normally that easy to put in. And then on these, they'll have a direction, so if you can see that arrow, there you go. Make sure you don't get the direction the wrong way around. And then I'll show you how to connect these on. So it goes that bit, and then this is the bit that's angled, that as you tighten, crimp, so that that's, you can see they're like ramped up to the bit where it catches. And then that pushes on. I need 2 hands for this. Yeah, Sarah, do you want to film while I connect your new... There we go. So you want to feel that push in properly. And then you'll tighten this, and then I've got a red spanner in my van that's made for tightening these. And then we'll tighten that off, and then that bit we'll get a 15mm copper in. I want to get that about that high, so that when we come to connect it, it's reachable height. But this is going to be part of the extension, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a wall there, haven't you? So it probably will stay there if you've got kitchen units this way. Because you've still got that pillar in, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it might be okay where it is. We'll have a look. But we're just gonna divert that. Where's your other one?
Under the sink, isn't it?
Is it? So we've got that in. Let me just turn it off. We just need to be able to connect that to the next one. So if you wanna... Damn. It's a bit tight, isn't it?
How do you use this, Andy?
What is it, a red spanner?
Fine.
Oh, pipe cutter.
Yeah, just doing pipe cutter, I'm fine.
It just goes on like that. So it does 15 to 28mm. Oh, for 15mm copper. It's not the best on copper, but it will do it. But
It's the only one that I can't find your other one in there.
yeah, I'll try it now, 1 sec.
And you can check.
Right, 3:10. We've cut the lead water main. We're going to put the new one in, and then we're going to start laying the new soil pipe now that we've got the access chamber in. And what we've done is we've sat the access chamber on 2 sheets of cement board to spread the load, so that one, it's lightweight plastic, it's not the bricks anymore. Do you know what? I know we're pushed for time, but do you know, I edit the videos and sometimes they just crap because they just go one thing to the next, and like I'm watching them going like, I don't even know what's going on here. Oh, right, look, you're wasting time now.
Yeah, you cost me half an hour this morning.
And I didn't record any of that. So I've just finished connecting the 25mm wane up with the stop tap, and then what we'll do is we'll extend this to the boilers here. I'm not sure if it's getting moved actually for the extension, but we just pressure tested that and just checking the water's still on so that we can go today, and then anything else we'll have to do tomorrow. So Phil and Paul have just took out the last bit of clay, so everything now is going to be new plastic, and we'll get some pea gravel for tomorrow. Oh, as you can see, new chamber in, lightweight, connected the neighbour's one up, and this is the new one, and then we've got new branches off there. However, I don't think we'll branch off there. I think we'll still branch off here because everything's going to be roddable gullies anyway. So it's coming out a metre, and then we'll tap in here. So that's why the lads have put a Y branch in. And then they're just connecting the soil pipe up now so that we can leave with the toilet and water still working. And then we'll come tomorrow pea gravel all this, put all the branches in for different attachments, different gullies and stuff, and then I start packing away. Because it's 4:30 nearly and my phone's blowing up with call outs and other bits. Yeah, it is rain, so we're just going to leave this till tomorrow now, and then we're going to come, we're going to cement round that bit, pea gravel this, get the branches in, backfill this bit, dig the footings for where they're going, ready for the piles, and we might even shutter the sides so that it stays all good. But yeah, good day. We've got brand new soil pipe in, brand new 25mm water main in, new stop tap, everything's connected, pipes all connected. We just need to sort out which drains are going where, and then we can backfill, level it all, and then it's ready for, we just need to take measurements, make sure we don't put piles anywhere near the pipes, or the only one I need to worry about is the electric. So, you know, the electric runs there and then could go anywhere, just the chances of us hitting it with the pile, so we need to make sure about that. But yeah, good start for Monday. Tuesday morning, and I don't know whether to take this with us. To do that, I've got to open the gate, get that one out, then drag this one out, then put that one back in, or whether I just get some bags of pea gravel to cover the pipe. But I'm thinking we're going to need a couple of ton at least. Unless I might wait, I'll get it delivered. Save us messing around with all this. This is where planning helps everything, doesn't it? Oh, so we're going to try and get my sisters boxed off today as much as we can, so that we can be on here Wednesday. We've got to try and get this bit ready for 20 slabs, and if we can do that, it means that Thursday morning the slabs can go down. The yard's like suddenly got loads more space and is more usable, and it's not long until we get the piling machine. Let me show you where we're piling. So this bit here, so as you can see, from there to there and down to that bit. So we'll pile this and then we'll spread this out and we'll build the retaining wall here. Oh, just waiting for the lads to rock up now. There's Scott. Here you go.
And this one, is it?
What is it?
Emails.
This one. How's it going?
Alright.
Oh. So we're back on my sister's. Has anything fell in? No, is it alright? Oh, a little bit. Oh yeah, down there. And I'm here. We started the day. I'm fuming because I've just been to Hughes Gray, which is the only merchant around the corner, and I've just bought 10 bags of pea gravel. And then I was like, let's compare that to, well, when he done it, it's 10 bags of pea gravel and 3 pipe, and it was 170 quid. And I was like, well, what the hell? And I went through it, and they were £28 each, including VAT. We can get 2 for 30, including VAT from Chestnut. God knows what I can buy a container of them for from China. That I need to look into that. These were £8 something each. And yeah, I just rang up Grundy and Co to see how much they charge pea gravel for if I was to get a lorry load to the yard if I have a bay, and it's £20 a ton. So we just paid whatever for bags of it. What did we pay? £80 for 200 kilograms, whereas we could have got a ton for 20 quid. So there is room for savings with this yard. I just need to get it up and running and efficient. So I just noticed we've got a rest bend However, we had two 45s here, so we're just going to swap that. You can see the difference between a rest bend and a 90. So this one sort of encourages it down, whereas that one it can sort of hit that and break bits up really. So we get this one in now, and then we might need to adjust this pipe, we'll see. But we're going to get this in now and try and get it all backfilled and straight. Just make sure none of the joints are under pressure, because obviously this is going to be, and that they're fully pushed in, because this is going to be under the slab, so we're never going to access this again, hopefully. Right, I've just took all the brickwork away around this pipe, because it was obviously when that sunk. I'm wondering if we just get rid of all that. It's all right there now, it's like a sort of bridge over it, but it's unlikely that's all going to sink, is it? So now we can start backfilling and pea graveling everywhere. Right, these are just breaking up the old clay pipes. We just had a look on the plans and there's a toilet. Here comes a metre out. So we've done a metre, which will leave us a 750 brick to brick, 700 brick to brick. So we've done a pipe 35 in, and against that brick wall, well, it'll be slightly off because the toilet will be, so it'll be like a plasterboard, and any pipes off. And then into a 45 and a Y branch so that everything's flowing nicely, and pea gravel's not going very far. It's just getting ate up by this ground. It's just like so sandy. You can see there, it's literally everywhere, it's just sand. Right, we're going to backfill, level all this, and then we're going to do the drains in the back. And then if we've got time, I'll swap the bucket head and I'll start digging the actual trench for the footings. And then over here we've done the we're going to divert this rainwater pipe now, this black one. So we're going to put like an elbow, bring it down, and then we're just going to divert it into there so that it's done. It's not in the way of us building, etc. Always an issue when you're doing extensions. Obviously you'll have pipes running here, there and everywhere, trying to divert the gullies, because you want to take them out, and we've took everything out, renewed it with plastic. But you want to make sure that obviously the rainwater's going away and it's not, you know, seeping under the ground, causing subsidence or anything. Oh, so we've got this mostly levelled out. I don't know whether to, I was just saying to lads, whether to whack it or not, whether to bring the roller up and whack it so that when we do dig the footings, it sort of stays, or whether it would make much difference. I just know as soon as you dig the footings, as soon as you're walking around here, it's just going to be, everything's just going to cave in. We'd almost have to dig the footings and like shutter it straight away, wouldn't we? Yeah. And then lunch today is jerk chicken. What do you call them? Looks like banana.
Plantain.
You sure it's not banana?
Hang on, is that what life's come to? You document your food now for YouTube?
No, just
You're like one
giving.
of those couples on Instagram that takes a picture of every dinner they have.
I'm just giving appreciation where it's due.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? I'm not due any because you're always underappreciating me.
I said we've done well yesterday. Right, I've just been to get diesel, even though it's in a petrol can. And then we went to Total Timber and got sheets of 9mm shutter ply and some batten. So Phil's going to make the ground beam retention walls. And I'm going to dig the footings basically. So the only thing really I need to know now is how far down do we want to do the ring beam from the floor level. Obviously, because when we do the footings normally, we normally dig down and then we'll fill up to like keep it a block or so free brick, so should be minimum 3 bricks, so I might just keep it at that, which is basically this level now we're at there, isn't it? Look, 3 bricks below. So if I dig, literally it's going to be like 1 scoop and then we'll be done. So it shouldn't take too long. And for some reason this phone keeps doing that. I don't even know what, I've just missed all that recording, Jesus. But yeah, what I was saying was that we were flying with the drainage. So I've got the drainage to there, and I was going to put another gully in here and then start digging the footings. Phil and Paul are just making the shuttering so that when we concrete it, and then I can order ring beams. So whether we're going to make our own ring beams or buy them in, might buy a little rebar bending machine, try and make all our own. But yeah, digger won't start. So I've literally just had everything going on it perfect. This one disengaged the battery, so that's on, as you can see, the key's on. And then as you go to start, we're just getting nothing. So I've even tried bypassing the switch and everything, and I've just measured with my sticks. We're getting 12.5 volts here. So to me, that's saying that the starter motor's gone again. So for some reason, the starter motor keeps going on this, so I might swap. The fella said about swapping this because it might be stuck on. Although I'm thinking that's coming on and off, so it's obviously not stuck on. But he's saying it's obviously getting, there's like a voltage to the starter motor which is burning it out. Can't think of anything else. I might ask the company as well, see if they know anything. But frustrating because at least the guy is in Chester. So I've just ordered a new starter motor, new switch, and I just ordered new ones of these because this controls a bit stiff, that one. Which, you know, look, should be like that. So it's a bit annoying when you are using it. Right, let's go and get the shuttering done, and we'll have to wait for that delivery then, and then we can carry on. But it's the same guy got the exhaust off. Oh, dude, I keep doing that. I don't know if it's like my thumb just doesn't press record. So just repeating myself all today. So we're done on here today, frustrating because the diggers stopped working. But I've ordered a new starter motor and other little bits. Paul's done, diverted the pipes, so they can stay until we've got all the footings dug and the brickwork up to obviously lintel height. And the same that side as well, we've diverted all them. So all the drains are in ready. We just need to dig this out and put the shuttering in, and then we were just talking about, I bought a rebar tying gun. See if it's here. There we go. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Let's have a look at this in the van now. So we've got this, another, I'm guessing it. You say a China special, it's actually from Germany, this one. But I've just tried it here. So for tying the rebar. Hey, that's cool. How quick it does that. Trying to think if that'll come in handy anywhere else. Yeah, your bin man will get what's it called now? His hands fingered on that. But yeah, I've seen like the Makita ones of these. Ryobi don't do one. But this was, I think the Makita ones are 700 quid. This one was 140 from Germany. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Hey, I'll leave this in yours. But yeah, I'll let you know whether that lasts the job, and then it's paid for itself. So I've just come to call out job, and I don't even know if this is right or not, but obviously the shower, the sink and the toilet go into this sunny flow, and I've just been looking at it thinking, what's going on here? And they put the sunny flow into a 21.5mm pipe. How's your tissue and your poo going through that? That's bonkers. I don't even know where to start with it. Oh, I don't know if it's actually, whether the sunny flow is working or whether... Was that going to come up the shower now? Let's have a look. So I'm guessing that it comes out the shower and the sink there. Is the sunny flow activating?
You alright?
Yeah. So have you tried, you know when you're doing this now, does it turn on? Does it try and pump?
Which?
Does it try and pump the sunny flow?
When it makes a big noise?
Yeah, does it?
Actually, it should do it in a sec.
I was just wondering if it'd come out there.
I haven't tried it in a couple of days because I didn't want it to overflow or anything.
It's still trickling down, eh? Well,
Yeah. Usually the pumping noise comes on straight away.
that's what I was going to say, it is pumping. Because these are expensive, these are like 500 quid.
No.
I know, but I'm just laughing, I've never ever seen one connected to this size pipe.
Really? Is that a bad thing?
You can have a poo and it's got to go through that.
Oh, fucking hell.
I think what day it is, Wednesday morning, and I spent last night, I've still been having like this chest pain, and when I woke up in the morning, I was lying in bed and I could feel my heart sort of like pumping, and every time it pumped I was getting like a sharp pain, and the doctor I went to said it might be like muscular. So it could be like your intercostal muscles or some muscles round that area. So what I did was I held my breath like in and like just didn't move. So like it wasn't any muscle. And as my heart was doing it, it was doing the pain. And then I breathed out and held my breath out and like didn't move. And it was doing it. So I was thinking, oh my God, like it feels like it's my heart. So I was worried then. So I rang the doctors then, and then I rang 111, and they were saying obviously like young, fit and healthy and stuff, and it's whatever. But then my watch notified me and was like, your heart rate's gone below 40, which is good if you're like extremely fit. But like, although I play football and whatever, I wouldn't class myself as extremely fit. I definitely don't feel as fit as I used to. And yet I can feel like something's different. So they were like, you're gonna have to go to A&E and get checked out. So I got to A&E thinking, go in. They said like, you're gonna need, message one of your mates who's a doctor, and he said, you just need an ECG, that'll tell you what you need to know. So I got to the walk-in A&E, and they were like, yeah, let's have a look at you. Got seen quite quick, obviously, with it being chest pain, and they put me on an ECG, and I thought, oh good, like, straight in and out. And they were like, yeah, give me like a band to I've got it on still, tramp. Give me a band, and I was thinking, why did they give me a band? And then they put me on a bed, and I was thinking, why are they putting me on a bed? So I got a bit worried then. They were like, right, you need to take all your bloods and stuff. So they took like 5 different blood samples, sent them off, and I was like waiting for them to come back. And they were like, right, we're gonna do an X-ray. And I'd already had an X-ray, but I was waiting on the results. So I was thinking, but in A&E, obviously it's all instant, so they have the labs, everything there. Whereas when you go to doctors, they send them off, and it takes a week. And then they hooked me up to, I think I've seen 5 different doctors. And they hooked me up to different types of ECGs. And I was on one for, I think I was there for 5 hours. So I literally got in this morning at like 5 in the morning. And I went there at like 10 o'clock. And they were like, yeah, you haven't had a heart attack. Your heart rate's really, really low. So I was like low 30s, my heart rate. Whereas an average is like 60 to 100. But yeah, I come away and I was thinking, I was like relieved that my bloods were clear, my x-ray was clear, you know, all these examinations, they said I would listen to it, they said, oh, it sounds fine, whatever. They said, but your heart rate is low. And obviously comparing to like the average person, they were like, oh, well, you know, obviously you're doing a lot more exercise than the average person. But I was like, I'm not, you know, I'm not that fit. Definitely could be a lot fitter. So it is still worrying. They're gonna then send me now to wear a heart rate monitor for 24 hours and see whether that tells them anymore. So I've just gotta take it easy now. I feel like even if I have a cup of tea, it like makes me feel different. So however, you know, work doesn't stop. I've still got, so I went to bed this morning. I put Ronnie, Phil and Paul on the yard, ready for these slabs delivery tomorrow. And I've been working on my sisters, so I haven't been bringing work in. So if I don't go and quote jobs now, then these lads won't have other jobs. We've got another big job to do, so everything's just relying on me basically. I've got to send all the certificate structural calcs and everything off onto the building inspector for the student job, and then these students can move out of one house into the one we've just finished, and then we can start their one, which is good because then we've got like, you know, 3 months of work doing that, in which time the piling machine will arrive and we'll be on my sisters. And then I do feel like it's better having bigger jobs. It's better having bigger jobs because it's just less faffing around. But I do need to try and take it easy. So I'm gonna go to the yard now, and then I've got to go to the loft extension job, do the window order. They want the angles of the bays, send that, and then I've got to go and price other jobs, and then I've got to call out in G-Bar as well. Take it easy. So on the yard, just jump started or crank started the road roller. As you can see, we're getting this bit ready for the slabs, and then I've told them to try and get here done as well, and I want to get 2 there as well, or 1 there. But instead of taking this out onto the road, what we're going to do is try and clear bits so that we can just pull that trailer forward. So if we got it to there, so if we move these 2 and that bin just anywhere down there while we get the slabs in, I think that's the answer, isn't it? So we're going to whack that and then try and brush it in so that it's level. Because it might look level, and then once you start using that roller, you see where it dips down. So it might be a case of just shifting these trailers forward and just trying to make pack as much this side of the yard, or whether I try and take the trailers out and put them elsewhere for now. I don't know. Right, so we just... It was that's where they're miles best, isn't it? Like if that was a container, now you're not moving it, are you? No, without a high up. Whereas we've just like literally pulled the handbrake up and just pushed it. But we've got...
You made that sound easy.
Yeah, it wasn't quite that easy, was it? So we've got enough space here for 16 slabs, we reckon. Which are coming tomorrow morning. And we've got the forklift and that, we just need to clear this bit.
You want me to prep that area and roll it in?
Just that, we'll get one there. You won't get one there until we lift that. So you'd have to lift that out the way as well.
You would if you moved this slightly over that way.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I want to try and keep them in line where we can. So it might just be that like you get the forklift and just pull that up and move it somewhere. Or whether we do that tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we've got enough space for 16 at least, and then we can just stack the other 4 and have a reassess it then.
You'll have another 16 worth of space, won't you?
Yeah.
Or 15,
Yeah, soon.
plus the one side stuff.
Sound? So I've just come to another landlord's job. This one they've done nice for cosy living. However, they're moaning about the shower pressure again. However, just check. They always do this and then they're always fine. I mean, that pressure's okay, it's not great, but what I'm thinking happening is that they've got that pressure and then it's dropping when obviously they're using more than one. That's roasting off. So we're on the student job that we finished, and what's happening is there's 3 students moving into this one so that we can start ripping the house that they're in now. However, the building inspector said that all the cylinders need to be in. Now it's something brickworks normally do. And he also said about, I don't really want to go out now because it's raining, but he said about this dormer roof obviously comes down here and comes onto, well, it doesn't come onto this roof, a pipe comes across and joins there, but Ben's put it into this gutter, and he's saying, oh well, if you do that you're gonna have to upgrade this gutter to a deep flow gutter, which we've got spare off the other job, so Paul's just going to put that on, but we'll get the locks on first, and then we've used fire rated MDF. However, he wants to see fire rated locks on this. Now I'm just having trouble trying to track down some fire rated like surface mounted locks like them, so the only place I can think now is probably Hardens. But yeah, if you've ever swapped a lock before, literally, and these have all got to be thumb turns for. Hold on, how's he on this? There's no key in it. Just took the keys out, but undo that. And then you'll put the key in slightly. I've just done with it. There we go. And you'll put the key in slightly, turn it, and that'll come out. So when you have it normal, it won't pull out. You need the key in to get it out. But that's all a Euro lock consists of, and we'll keep them because they're handy. But let's get the new one in. So say there's got to be a thumb turn. Do you want to start while it's raining? Let's get all these locks and that on. On there. Them 2. Right, so you twist that in like that. And then you put that back in. Done. That's how easy it is to change a lock. See, it's got to be a front turn for fire escape, because the way we do these rooms, each room's fire protected, the kitchen, living room's fire protected, the staircase is fire protected, so there's no point if there's a fire in this room, say, and, you know, the smoke seals or whatever go off, it'll contain in there, and then if you run here and you can't get out the door because you've left your key upstairs, so you've got to be able to front turn to get out. Right, we've got to get the rest of these on, yeah. I think you said the keys are in here somewhere, except the front door one.
Good.
What's next, lad? I've done everything here now.
You show me this.
What's that?
It's on the side of the stage. I don't know if you can patch it up. It's not here.
Is
It's in
that?
the basket.
Oh yeah.
We
Do
can
you
go
want me to have a look at this roof now? So we've done what? Tighten taps. Put some panelling back on. What else?
We did a few bits in the basket.
And we're going to check. There's a leak here, isn't there? But you've had that for years, haven't you? What I don't get is that's like a landlord's job.
Yeah, I know. That's the discussion. I think it's...
But you just seem to fix everything and just...
I know, I'll get fucked off like landlords.
Yeah. But you can see it's dripping down there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll get my ladder up now and have a little look. So just above the bit where the bit's coming through, and there's water dripping through that. You can hear it. What is this place, by the way? Because like there's just a hole right the way through to there. Must be freezing in there. So that bit drips, and right above, that's literally right above where you're getting the leak. Someone's had to go at like repairing bits here, look. Someone's put like some sort of liquid rubber on or something like that. But yeah, that's where the issue's somewhere on this flat roof basically. I'm guessing this used to be a flat roof and they've just put this sort of temporary extension on it. You can hear water flooding through that. So it looks like it's a flat roof problem here, but it's going to be difficult to get to because there's nothing, like it's dripping in now, and none of this is wet. So all this is dry, all here is dry. So the only bit that's wet is over there where I just said there. Looks like obviously that used to be a flat roof and they've made it into that. So I just pulled the access chamber up, hoping it wasn't going to be that bad. What is causing that?
The birds in here, lad.
It keeps happening, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can't go on YouTube, you potty mouth.
What?
You've got too much of a potty mouth for YouTube.
What's swearing?
Yeah, that's a proper clump, innit? Hey? Oh my god. You saying he managed to unblock it in the toilet with the mop? I just got to break it up.
Yeah, he did. He get fucking...
I've got to break it up and keep washing it down.
Do you want me to flush the bogs and that?
Not yet, no. I'll just be filling waters up here. Right, all done here. As you can see, all clear. Oh, we've got a bit backed up that way. Have to clear that bit as well. There's all stuff backed up that way. Let's try and clear that now. I take my hat off to anyone who works in town and drives a XL Sprinter or a van or a big whatever, because it's so hard to get around. I've got to go and take these taps back now, and I've got to go and quote one more job. God, that drainage job, that's probably the worst blockages I've ever seen, just in terms of like one clump. Like, I don't know how it's built up that big. But yeah, I don't think many people watch our channel to see big clumps of toilet waste. That's why I didn't film too much trying to break it up, but I literally just had like the poking thing with it, and I stuck like a washing machine hose on the end of the tap and was just jetting it. I've got a Ryobi battery powered jet wash, and I just need to buy like a little rod extension for it. It'd be good. I don't know if they do it. Although I don't know if, like, obviously the further the distance, the less power it's got. But do they do like battery powered, like jet washers yet? Like, you know, for rod and drains? Because that'd be good. There's been a few where it'd be handy to just send it down and rod it with like water pressure. It's not something that we do much of. It's more like rodding and using the normal techniques. And I've got, which I bought like 9 bottles of it just because the amount of jobs I go on like that, and I just come away going, ugh. I think, yeah, I'll just sterilise my hands. This next one's a roof job, although it's looking a bit windy. And then I've just been to Bar 54, Erotica, the strippers, G-Bar and something else. Sorted all them for them, and I'm meant to be taking it easy. I don't know what to do. I feel like just going home and relaxing, but then when I go home, Rachel's on my case about getting the house done for her baby shower, especially now we pulled the floor up. So she wants the floor down for the baby shower. I'm like, we'll get there, but I need to make sure I keep the work coming in. So what's happening is you've got a gutter here which doesn't have an outlet, it just runs onto the roof. So obviously all the rain that falls on the main roof falls into that gutter and like goes that way, and it's obviously finding a way through the flashing that way. So one thing I'd do is, one, it shouldn't find a way through the flashing anyway, so it needs a flashing repair. But 2, I'd put an outlet here and join it up to this downpipe so that the water's getting away from the roof, not coming down the roof, going in the gutter, and then also going back onto the roof. And then yeah, that should solve it. Thursday morning, and we're just on the yard now. The lads have been prepping it for these slabs, which they've done well. So this roller, the starter motor stopped working, so we've been hand cranking it. However, we've just charged, well, the battery on this doesn't charge unless it's disconnected from the thing. I'm guessing obviously the neutral's connected and whatever, and it just sort of doesn't. Oh, just missed that bit on. Ugh. I just put that on without putting the pad on. Let's do that again. But yeah, so and then they're the old extensions. However, they started to bend when we were doing the last slab, so Ronnie has made some new ones. Look, a lot more bulkier, so they look good, don't they? They look a lot better than the skinny ones we had. So we're just waiting for the delivery now. It normally comes first thing, and it'd be good to sort of reorganise everything then and have a bit more space. The next thing will be moving the trailers really to get them slabbed. That'll be the next 20 slabs. So each time we get a delivery, it's 20 slabs. So we'll have this whole bit here done, ready to, you know, move storage around and get a bit more. Every time we get a delivery, I get a bit more space, which is good. Right, let me get this bit finished off, and I need to empty some stuff out of my van that we've had for different jobs and clear all this. Morning.
Morning.
Do you reckon it'll start now? With the battery fully charged and the starter motor cold? Ready? Okay. Good job I started there. 1 minute, 1 minute past 8.
Where's that blowing oil? Look, it's oil everywhere there, mate.
Why has it got oil?
Why is it blowing oil? Looks like a switch, isn't it? Look, it's
Was it that oil coming out then?
Yeah. There's a seal going in there.
As long as we can move it away from the slabs. Oh, is that your tea? Did you just put your tea on top of that?
Yeah.
Oh, no. We'll have to get the tea room working here. Hey. Here's my favourite delivery guy. Every time this guy comes, my yard gets slightly bigger and more usable. And thanks to the drop curb now, we can lift these off without blocking the road. Nice. Tell you what, that's a proper delivery van, that, isn't it? With the trailer as well. Ronnie, don't block the pavement. Here we go. Morning. I was just saying, you're my favourite delivery driver because every time you come, my yard gets bigger. And hopefully we're ready for you this time. Yeah, I haven't got the digger, so... We've got them all in, and as you can see, we've just got 1, 2, 4, 5 to put here, which is 2, 4, 6. We've got 7 left, so we can't put any more at the end there because that's getting piled in the retaining wall. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to move this trailer forwards and then back it in up to where the bricks are, and that can stay there for now. And then we've got full access in and out of the yard.
We've got loads of space to fill.
Yeah, stop swearing. It's filled with crap, with poo, with rubbish, with...
stuff that's in our way.
Yeah. That wasn't as easy as it looks, to be fair. I might try and get it off the CCTV. I think it's that side. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull this trailer out, reverse it back here, and then we're going to put the 6 slabs down there, and that trailer can go where that one is as well. And then that, I feel like that opens up the yard, doesn't it? That makes it feel like a lot better, and then we're still not in the way of when we need to do the piling. And then I'll have all this space to do figure of 8 with my forklift. Look, we've got a visitor site. Where's your high vis? Yeah, I'm just worried about that. Yeah, be alright, and then we come back and it's gone. Stop swearing. What do you think of the yard?
The office looks good.
Have you been in?
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think of this bit?
Better than it was last time. Still a mess, isn't it?
Ah, it's getting there.
Yeah, I'm here to be inclusive. Bring them back in soon.
Okay.
Use them for us.
A benefit of the yard. I don't think you're going to be able to push that. Whoa. Just,
Yeah, I don't think with the bridge on that, it's literally just a corner.
but what, where am I going to put that? I'm going to have to pull it out again, aren't I, to get this one in?
Yeah, we were just closing it. I mean, pushing it so we can close
Yeah,
it.
alright. Yeah, I'll bring them now, Rich. I'm going to come and grab lunch. I'm honestly made up with these flags, because, like, I feel like if we were to pour concrete, it'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? In terms of, then we'd have to sort all the drainage out first. Whereas this, even now, like this one was a bit low. All we've done is just pick it up. A bit more ballast underneath it. So you can see where it meets the other one. There's a little gap there, there's a gap there. That bit looks alright. This bit looks alright. And we'll just pick it up and put it back in now. And look at the space for me operator's license now. We've got office, toilets, drive in, drive out, almost with the trailers there. Do you reckon it needs a bit more, or? Just that middle bit there, look.
Yeah, but it was alright from there. So I'll just ride over that. All you're doing is something like that.
Sound? Yeah. Let's show everyone how we get them in. I think someone who was watches has like started buying these as well. It's like, it is good, like, isn't it?
What if you build the garage and just go to 6 or something?
Right, there we go. So, I just need another load now. Every time we get a load, I want another one. But look at the size, it looks massive now, doesn't it? Hey, look, miles better, so we're going to get the trailer in now off the street in here. So I'm going to try and reverse it in and we'll wiggle it in like we did that one. And then we'll be able to... I know, I just seen that. Right, you'll have to back us in, you ready? Oh. That's what's so good about these trailers, that you can just move them around. I feel like I'll be able to start getting a bit of order now soon.
Never.
So, having seen the trailers like this, we've all agreed that what we're going to do is I'm going to move these bricks out the way and we're going to get them other 2 trailers lined up that way in the same way. So, and what we're going to do then, the space at the back where we are going to pile and put the retaining wall. So here we've probably got like another 4 metres there, the land. The lads are going to move all this stuff now to here, keep all the stuff sort of out the way. And then I'm going to start moving these brick. I'm going to move them back off the thing so that the trailers can go in. And then if we do need pallets of bricks, we just literally pull one of the trailers out the way and get to them. But that way we'll have we should have the 4 trailers in where they're going for now. And then we'll have a full in and out with all the stuff hidden out the way for now. That's the plan. Right, we've run out of time. But we've got all this bit ready. I don't even know whether they're alright staying there, the bricks, and then if we do need them, they're grabbable, aren't they? Because nothing's going to get used there anyway, is it? And you can't exactly drive there with the steps anyway. So, it's just these bits now, isn't it? We're going to have to find somewhere for. And then we're going to move stuff onto the back bit. And then these 2 trailers can go here then. Hold on, have we even got enough slabs? How far do the slabs go here? How many slabs was it per trailer? 4? 4, isn't it? Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, yeah, 4. So 1, 2, 4. So we'll get 1 there. And then I reckon we're not going to have enough to get the next one in. And then we'll have 1, 2. So we need more slabs to even do that. So we can only get 1 of these trailers in here at the minute, which I suppose we've got the space for to do it now. Sound, that's it for Thursday.
I'll have my Easter egg on Monday.
Go on. I'll see you in a bit. Have a good weekend. Friday morning, end of the week already. So we just picked up where we left off yesterday. We're going to try and get this trailer in place here. So to do that, we're going to move all this stuff onto this bit now, get the trailer in, and then it gives us that space so I can send a picture to the operator's license that we've got the in and the out, and it looks a bit tired of the yard. And on that subject, this morning I had a huge document. Well, it must have got delivered yesterday. I opened it this morning. Nearly 600 pages for the operator's license with all the objections and information, everything on. And I just started reading through some of them, and I was just like, oh, but 600 pages. So we were just talking then, mate, about the main thing that people seem to be objecting for is noise, pollution and vibration. Noise, pollution, vibration. So I've got to now come up with some data, because you can't argue with data, can you? Facts. So I need to try and turn, obviously, what I'd consider common sense into facts, so that when I go there, I can go, right, well, 20% of this, 10% of that, 1% of this.
I don't even see why noise pollution comes into it. Like you say, it's Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Like, they're working hours, so that shouldn't be a factor.
And there's a railway.
Yeah, plus you should be at work, no matter if you're at home. No, like, you're peace and quiet, it's not.
I didn't think it'd go this far, or like, be there. Like, I'm just looking at that. I was looking at them documents this morning, thinking, all that paper, and like all this just to have a 7.5 ton like van.
Well, that's what I mean, all day long. This road's one of the busiest roads around.
Do you know what? I said that, but the traffic commissioner come and said, oh, on the day he come, it was quiet. And I was like, oh my God.
Half an hour later, like, it's not.
I was like, literally, the amount of vans we see, trucks, come up and down here.
That's what I mean. You can go for
But
pollution.
I'm going to do a CCTV thing of that. I'm going to do, I've got to do an analysis. Do you know what? It's just, when I think about it, there's so much time that's got to go into this now, just to get a 7.5 ton truck.
Yeah, just reading a 500 page document when you try to...
No, and then I've got to sit through the CCTV and document all the vans and trucks that go past. It's like, right, I'll start this if you want to hook that up, and we'll start lifting them off. Right, tidy update, isn't it? Been moving stuff around. It's 10 o'clock. We moved all this stuff from this side, so we've got this space clear. It's great, I can do donuts on my forklift now. But we need to get this one in position. However, the door is on this side. The door's on this side and at the back, so this needs to go pointing that way. So we were just trying to figure out how to get it in. So obviously we can't just drag it, because it doesn't like twisting on the spot. The wheels will bend. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook it up to my van. I'm going to take it out, go around the block and drive it in straight. And then I'm going to get my van that way, unhook it, and then we're going to try and manoeuvre it into position. Sounds easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just two of us.
10-minute job, that.
Two of us in the forklift. So even though I'm only going round, you know, out the drive and then back in, I've got to get all the lights hooked up. And if anyone's not seen these, I think these are brilliant. So obviously we don't want to be using a big massive wire for these trailers. So what you do, you connect that in, and then you turn these on, and then these are magnetic. Only thing you've got to check you get the right and left ones on. I'm going to get a license plate. Pass the plate off that other trailer, please. Here we go. Right, he's ready for this. I don't think they're ready for this. Amazing what a bit of tidying up does. Wow, come on. We've got all our bins there with different materials in. We've got our acros, needles, scaffolding boards, trailers, everything underneath the trailer sorted. And we still need another 20 flags to get to this bit. So once we get this bit, we'll swap that trailer with that one, because that one's got a door on this side, whereas that one's got the two. So that'll be the same as the other one. And then it'll be ready to pile the back retaining wall then, and then we'll gain more space once we've piled that. So you can see it's starting to come together, isn't it? Even the tea room's nearly there. We just need to get the first cup of tea. So we've got the cupboards and that in. We just need to put the sink. Built a little seat nearly there. We just need to put the tables in. I need to buy a fridge. And just finish the electrics off. And then we've got our temporary site toilets. Hearse. Lovely. Never thought I'd have 4 urinals. But so when we have the opening party here, there's no queuing. Right, I think that's it for Friday because I'm knackered. Paul wants to carry on working, but I haven't got any other little jobs he can go to. I've just got to, I've got to go and call into the loft job now and have a look. So I'm going to grab lunch and then come back. Oh, and then there's all these bits to do, look. All the trims. I'd have to go and get the soffits and that, wouldn't I? So because we've raised the roof on that one by putting a new one on, the trims don't fit on. So I'm going to fit a 100 or 200 mil soffit round and then put the trims on over the soffit. And it's starting to pay for itself this yard, isn't it? Like all them flags we've got now. We have a job come up that just needs some temporary flags or anything. The bricks, we've got a job hopefully coming up that will use all of them. Oh, I've got space to buy more trailers now. Right, I'll go and have a look on the loft job, see how they're getting on. Right, I didn't get a chance to go to the other job as we left the yard. The lads messaged me and said, oh look, we're going to finish early here today. As it started raining and stuff, and they were doing something on the side, and they said, oh, it's not worth it. And then stuff inside, they said they'll start on Monday. But it's been a good week. It's been, to be honest, it's been a stressful week because of my health side of things, but I don't know if I can play footy tomorrow or not. We've got a game tomorrow and Monday because it's bank holiday. When everyone has bank holiday off, footballers are in. So if you're a builder and you work all the time and then you play football, you're just basically in work all the time. But I'm happy with this week. It's been a nice week. As you can tell, I'm out me dirty clothes. I'm going to David Lloyd to go and enjoy the new spa they've done in Speak, and meet up with a few people who own some other businesses, someone who's looking to get into property. So I'll go and share some of my wisdom, what they call it, wisdom, some of my experiences. I do need to have a shave and cut my hair as well. But yeah, I've ended this week on a bit of a high, obviously with the yard, just looking at it and just thinking, you know, God, like, I own that. It's like when I cancelled the container and it was like £200 a month for that little thing, and I was thinking, I've got 6 of those trailers and like space for like I don't know, I don't know how much my yard would be to rent. It'd be like a lot. So I'm feeling quite, I don't know, happy and proud that, you know, it is where it is now, and it's still, you know, miles away from where I want it to be. But I have been focusing on like the bigger picture of some stuff now. I'm thinking like, right, what can we focus on, what makes money, what doesn't. I was actually watching a podcast with Daniel from Asheville, and it was great because he's talking about obviously his journey and stuff, and he talks about all the ups and downs, and he says about he was doing this and he just turned around and said, hold on, like, why are we doing these jobs when they don't make money? It's just loads of stress for nothing. And about like, I can't remember the saying now, there's a saying somewhere in there, it was like just doing jobs for fools or whatever, and that's what I feel like I've been doing. I've just been like doing jobs to tick over, keeping lads busy and stuff, when, you know, I should be looking at things, taking a step back and going like, what are we good at, what makes money, what's not just that, but like what's the philosophy, like where do I want the company to go. I'm gonna have to park somewhere out the way here because I've got a big huge van. And then I was also chatting to a friend who's got a operating centre round the corner from the yard, so we'll see about potentially renting a space off him, and we'll apply for another operator's license. And I don't know whether this is terrible parking. I don't know whether it'll make a difference to me thing, but I've got to get back with so much to do in terms of paperwork and stuff. I've got to get back at some point and read that 600-page document that I got sent with all the objections on, and I'll try and sort of, oh my god, I cannot park, save me life today. Right, I'm going there. And what I'm going to do is try and like come up with like reasons to nullify the objections we've had. So if anyone could come up with some ideas for me in terms of noise, vibration, pollution, I think they were the main ones. Noise, vibration and pollution from a 7.5 ton truck. I say, it sounds like common sense, but you know, as long as it's just so much work. Right, have a good weekend, or whatever you're doing, whatever day it is when you watch this. But yeah, I finished the week on a real good, positive note. Loads of work coming in. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of quoting the jobs, and we're trying to make money from them, and we're trying to keep everyone busy, trying to keep everyone learning. People are starting to pull the weight better. It's like, you know, a good balance. So yeah, if you are enjoying it, please do subscribe, because it does make a difference, and hopefully we can get more numbers up and we can do some more charitable call outs and building work for people for free.